The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Vardell. I am your 2016 National Membership Director. Welcome to our first webinar of the year. It is Civic Leadership Certification, and this is more about how it can help you regarding membership, not specifically the steps of Civic Leadership Certification or the program in itself, but how this can really help you with your membership, and benefit your members and your potential members and re-engaging older members. So what is CLC? Well, first of all, it's a roadmap to success for your local chapters. And really one key of being a successful local chapter is getting buy-in for your members. So activating your old members and engaging your new members. One goal for this year is to make sure that your chapter members know what CLC is engaged in it, not just using your board to fill it out, but really have your members help you complete the different steps. It is a guideline for being 100% efficient. So today you are inside the first due date. So even if when you're a new chapter or rebuilding after that first due date, if you still want to use the program, you should, to ensure your chapter success. So if you are going to maybe look into helping charter a new chapter or rebuild a chapter within the state, even if it's past the due date, I would recommend using this program so that those members can understand what it's like to buy into a local chapter. The demographic survey, I actually had a couple questions about this earlier today, and why is this important? It is so important to know your members and what your members, whether they're married or if they have kids or if they're single or if they're looking for networking opportunities. You cannot know enough about your members so that you can plan projects, plan socials, plan activities that will engage your members and have buy-in for your members. Chief of Staff Justin put together something called Membership Bingo, and it's a list of different types of members that you would like to recruit to make a successful chapter, whether you want a marketing, PR, a web designer, a CPA, and then divide those up between your members to set goals to try to recruit those types of members. How you can collect this information is through a membership survey, a community survey, or membership prospecting within your local chapter. And prospecting is really taking your current members and have them make a list of 5 or 10 potential members, either through their Facebook page or their just contacts or anyone that they work with or something like that to get a list of potential members. Your plan of action for this year is due next month, the end of next month, and these are the quarterly updates and your year-end summary. I would put these on your calendar and even on your chapter calendar so that your chapter members can help you with the goals of being 100% efficient. Again, this is not something that only the board could be doing or responsible for. You can divvy this up within all of your chapter members. This is on the honor system other than those submissions specifically requested. The rest of it is just a checkbox. Some items require additional information like dates, project names, and all of those must be provided in order to attain 100% efficiency. Other key dates: by the end of the weekend, you should have the membership database updated, conduct a board training, attend a national or state officer training, and then meeting with your local government officials. Usually, you start out with the nothing but nets, but then you move into talking about your local chapter and the impact that your chapter is making. You definitely want to try to take as many members as you can to get a different vibe from each member and a different experience from each member, maybe like a veteran member, someone who's on the board, and a brand new member to go meet with the local official. Some of our programs, and we'll be going through these later on in the year as well, but Shoot for Success is a great program, especially if you're a brand new chapter or a rebuilding chapter. Its goal is to get you to 30 members initially, and then 50 members, and then beyond. Nothing But Nets is one of our partners to try to end malaria in Africa. Twinning is picking another chapter and having a project with them. Toya, 10 Outstanding Young Americans, Junior JCs, Adopt a School, and then your state priority program and project. Again, having as much involvement with your members, putting this information out there to your members, and making sure that they know what the projects are and the programs are that are at their disposal and at their, I guess, that they're an opportunity for them. You really want to make sure you have buy-in. So maybe host like a training on each one, or just have an overview of each one so that your members can really decide which one they want to work on and participate in. Complete one of the following. Have at least one member participate in one of these events. The LTUs are going on now. There's the cruise coming up, the annual meeting in Detroit, the National Summit in June, and World Congress in Quebec. Or you have 3 members attend at least one of these webinars per quarter. These webinars will be hosted monthly, and the different lists of the webinars are on the USJC's website. 100% efficiency is obtained when all the items are achieved. And again, you really just want to make sure that your members know what you're trying to accomplish, and have it out there and give quarterly updates and let them be a part of helping you achieve this. On the national level, chapters will be recognized that are 90% and above. And that gives your chapter a chance to be recognized on the national level. You do receive a certificate at the annual meeting. If you do have questions, you can email the program manager about all of this, and I will go into the forms specifically. So this is what the forms look like. You put your chapter name and your state. This is the information about the demographics, and this is where you're really going to learn the most about your members and what type of projects that your members are looking for, whether they're looking for stuff that is kid friendly, not kid friendly, socials, stuff like that. And then these are where you'll put the check boxes and the dates and the different information. Again, if it just says checkbox, that's on the honor system. And this form can be found on the USJC's website. Your state can also participate in CLC. So again, if you're not on the state board or you want to know how to help the state, I would ask your state president if they're participating and try to encourage them to, and help them with the different items that you can. Most of theirs is more promoting the programs versus participating. Also, it's hosting JCI training. So it would be good to help maybe organize a JCI training and open it up to the state organization. They have the same due dates as the chapter and the same requirements as far as attendance, other than the Conference of Americas is an option for the state CLC versus on the chapter level. And we'll go into the chapter plan of action. a lot of people, some people have asked me about the Shoot for Success program and if a chapter plan of action is required for the Shoot for Success program. And the answer is yes, because really all of our chapters are based off of a plan of action, successful chapters. So really this should not be something that one or two people is trying to complete or trying to accomplish. This should be out there in front of all of your chapter members at all times to get buy-in and to get help with. So you're going to start with your overall objectives for the year. It lists 6 items, and usually you want to put obtainable, reasonable goals. A membership goal, an impact goal, maybe a certain number of individual development, some training goals, a succession plan, something like that to be more financially stable. Those are all goals that your chapter can have. The second thing is to complete one of these to complete these surveys, a community survey, and there is an example of that on the USJC's website, and it's putting it out there to business owners, the chamber, local government officials, schools, anyone in the community that can help you reach your goals that you set as a local chapter. And then the membership survey. I personally suggest having a membership survey at least twice a year or giving the membership survey every time you do a new member orientation to really get buy-in from your new members. Buy-in and participation will make or break your chapter. And then having a chapter planning board sessions throughout the year. Specific member needs, this what you will get from your membership survey, your socials, business networking, leadership trainings, and other various opportunities. So you're going to put those results here, and I would evaluate those quarterly. Your specific needs, activation of paper members, recruitment, the JCI, the bingo, the recruitment bingo is a good idea, a communications plan, a PR plan, and a media. So how active are you on social media? How do you have a website? Do you do press releases for your chapter events? What specific chapter needs do you have? And with these, share these with your state officers. Share these with your national officers. Let us help you with your chapter needs. We don't know the results of these unless you bring them to us and ask us for help. And that's what we're here for. Specific community needs. This would be the results of your community survey. And this could also be the start of an active citizenship framework. What are the needs of your community? What kind of sustainable solution can you offer your community through your community survey? Using the above planning process, follow potential chapter problems with their possible solutions. So this is very similar to a PMG. Anticipate problems that you could have throughout the year so that you can bring those to your chapter, to the forefront of your chapter members and help them either make sure that the problem doesn't happen, or when the problem comes up, you already have a list of solutions to possibly fix the problem. So low activation could be provide better opportunities for the members to engage using the Passport to Civic Leadership program. That's one problem with a possible solution. Community buy-in, or a community doing an active citizenship framework project, the amount of undertaking it could take. A solution could be to engage more chapter or to engage more community members and find more partners with the problem that you're trying to find a sustainable solution for. Recruitment could be, to make the prospecting list and reasonable and attainable goals for recruiting those members. After reviewing all of this information above, set the following long-term goals to be approved by the chapter. This plan of action is a working document, so you are constantly updating this, constantly evaluating this, and getting the approval from the chapter and the buy-in from the chapter. So what type of long-term goals? So it's January. In December, what do you want to have accomplished? And that goes here and is approved by your chapter members to ensure that your members have buy-in and want to participate in these goals. After reviewing all of the information, the following short-term goals were set in each of the areas of opportunity. So this is where you could divide up with your membership survey if people that are interested in certain areas, put them with the VP of that area to set goals for your chapter. So there's the business area economic development program. Have them set objectives, strengths, and weaknesses and goals for your chapter. And then have them suggest some project ideas for that area and a goal for recruitment, and then have the VP evaluate that area. The same with individual development. So there are people who are specifically engaged in individual development. What type of personal skills do they want? Membership retention and growth in the chapter and chapter activities. And again, have those members set objectives, strengths and weaknesses, goals, and project ideas, and a membership recruitment goal. And then have your internal vice president do a quarterly review of the strengths and weaknesses and the goals and evaluate the area. So your business plan should not just be the local chapter president evaluating this. You should be utilizing your entire board and members that are interested in that area of opportunity. Community is usually the one that has the most buy-in. They would assist with the community survey, fundraising, the government meetings, the possible adopt a school if that's a program that you're interested in, and the active citizenship framework. So they would set objectives, strengths and weaknesses your chapter has, realistic goals, some project ideas, the long-term community projects, a membership recruitment goal, and then your external vice president would evaluate this area quarterly and submit a report to you as the local leader of the organization. International area, this is one thing that our organization has to offer that most organizations don't. A lot of members and new members and potential members will ask you, what does JCI have to offer that other local organizations don't have to offer? And it's that we are an international organization. We are an international network. So utilize that as a benefit and as a tool of recruitment. The sky's the limit on where our organization can take you. And that's really what you want to promote. So what type of projects does your chapter want to participate in on an international level? There's the UN Millennium Development Goals, an OMIARI project. So have people who are interested in the international aspect of the organization identify some objectives, some strengths and weaknesses, some goals, maybe a project or two throughout the year, a recruitment, and then have your external vice president evaluate it on a quarterly basis and revise your strengths and weaknesses and goals. The plan of action does have some documents that you're going to want to make sure you attach, and that is your chapter officers and duties, calendar of events, your proposed budget, and your membership plan. And the membership plan is not on here. You'll want to make sure that your budget balances completely, and the membership plan for some reason isn't on here. But you're going to take your quarterly base number and realistically identify who will renew, who will drop, and who you're unsure of. Try to reach out to those members before the very end of the quarter so that you know how many members you need to recruit in order to obtain your membership goal. So if your membership goal is +1 and you know you're dropping 5 members throughout the year, then your goal is to recruit 6 members throughout the year. You really want to update your membership plan quarterly based on how you end each quarter in membership. And the biggest thing is making sure that you are engaging your members off the bat. Otherwise, your chapter planning and participating in CLC really, it's going to be hard to be effective because you're not engaging your members and you're going to have the same 5 or 6 or 7 people doing everything. So when you do have new members, give them a copy of your plan of action, give them the passport to civic leadership, and have them buy into what your goals are and what the chapter goals are. And who knows, maybe you just recruited the person who will come up with an idea or a project that you've been looking for to reach your goals throughout the year. I don't think that there is a way to ask questions on here, but most of you should have my email address. Let's see here. This right here if you have questions regarding membership, regarding a business plan of action, regarding CLC, regarding the database, anything to help engage your members or help your members in any way, please reach out to me. I'm very responsive by email. And if you have any questions or just need any help or want to bounce ideas off of me, please let me know. We will be hosting monthly webinars on how to engage your members, how to avoid burnout, how to really develop a strong chapter across the board. And we hope that these webinars are beneficial for you. But it all starts with a strong plan of action and your members buying into that plan and wanting to be a part of it. So don't be afraid to keep this plan of action out there in front of your members and engage them often with evaluating it, assessing it, changing it, updating it, anything that you need to keep your members motivated and engaged. Again, my name is Heather. I am your National Membership Director. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.